Welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh! Zero Chronicles, where I'm trying to do what the MCU did for Marvel Comics, reinventing and retelling some of those old stories while staying true to the core elements. But with a twist. This series fuses that narrative with actual Yu-Gi-Oh! Gameplay. Each chapter kicks off with a story segment, where I give updates on the old characters and introduce you to new ones. The Midgard Kingdom has a long history of sponsoring private military academies across the globe. Places where the children of the world's most powerful are sent to hone their leadership skills and prepare to serve the throne should the need arise. What do you know of war, Asuka? Of its horrors? What do I know? You talk like it's inevitable. Maybe it is. But let's not speak so flippantly about the deaths of millions of people. Then we move into the tournament segment where these characters will face off in bracket-style matches. It's actually just my friends dueling against each other with all the decks, but don't ruin the magic, please. And just give me some time, because at some point, I want these tournaments to be played by you guys. We're not there yet. There's a lot of logistics, but that's coming. The tournament matches determine the outcome of the story, and at the end, there's often an epilogue that sets up how the tournament will affect the world going forward. In Zero Chronicles, the story and gameplay are intertwined. For example, thanks to custom scripting from some awesome folks on Discord, duelists who receive special items and powers from the narrative get a boost in their duels. And folks, we've got anime cards. Yes, some of them, some are a bit overpowered. Forceful Sentry, Confiscation, nah. Those cards are weak. Those cards are ass. You could put them in 3 tomorrow, they'd be fine. It's all about Pillager, brother. But it's kept in check by the fact that the decks are balanced against each other as a whole. I have spent hours and hours and hours building these decks. They're my babies. They're so creative and interesting. You don't even know what you're in for, brother. These decks, they're my livelihood. They're my life. They're my love. Not only do I try to make sure the decks have interesting combos based on a lot of the real world stuff that we've seen in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh!, but also I really do try to make sure that if there's a card in a person's deck, it fits their theme in some way. And the amount of time I spent on this, you would not believe. And I've got basically 2 versions of every type and attribute, because I've got Beast and then I've got Beast Coded. Beast Coded is obviously for cards that aren't really beasts, but could go in a beast deck without too much trouble. It's taken off years of my life. So yes, there are broken anime cards, but a lot of thought has been put into them and how they're used. They're not just thrown in willy-nilly, and I think you'll enjoy what you see. Also, can I just say up front that yes, the first few episodes are bad. Okay, it was proof of concept. I didn't even think I would actually upload it. Okay, please just cut me some slack on the first few. Make it through the first few episodes, please. The easiest way to catch up if you're thinking about it is to skip the old tournaments and just watch the story segments. Unless you're a real one. These old tournaments might be long, but they have some really good moments. Okay, if he's Heavy Storming and Dark Holing, Heavy Storm, Dark Hole, Cyberstein, Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon is insane. That's insane. That is an insane first play. Why? This Kaiba player is playing like there's no tomorrow. But you said, wait, what the hell? Played Melody of Awakening Dragon, sending Judge Man, and adding 2 Blue Eyes to hand. Activates Graceful Charity. Draws the 3rd Blue Eyes and Poly off of Graceful with exactly 2 discards. This is exactly what we do it for, guys. But they are long. So, starting in chapter 5, the tournament segment will be cut down to the important parts, the best moments, and of course, me being hilarious. Because I'm funny as fuck. So if you are catching up in the future, I would recommend just watching the story segments until chapter 5, at which point you can start the tournaments. This series was originally based on Casual Cooper's Master Era. But remember, even though some things were taken from both the original animes and from Cooper's series, this is its own story, and you should never think you know where it's gonna go, because you don't know me, I'm different. I got 10 seasons, 15. I got it all playing right here. It's all up here like a big giant puzzle in my brain. And every time a new tournament happens, everything changes and I gotta rewrite everything, and it's fucking awesome and I love it. And you have no idea where we're going with this shit. You got no idea how deep this goes, how far it goes, brother. I never heard of Yusei Fudo. Yusei, this guy, who's this guy? This Yusei, who is he? I'm more of a Jack guy myself.